Welcome back to the Stache Club Wrestling Podcast. It's officially, it's been Royal Rumble season, but it is days away from the Royal Rumble. My name is John.
My name is Dante.
Thank you for tuning in. We're happy to have you. Before this video gets any farther, we want to let you know that this video is sponsored to you by Factor. We'll hear more from Factor later in the show, so thank you for sponsoring.
Thank you.
But we have so much to go over. So much happened with us in the world of wrestling.
Yep.
We have a lot. Basically, I think we're going to do a little wrestling sandwich. We're going to talk some news and events.
Yep.
We're going to run down Royal Rumble predictions, which we have some a way of doing predictions this week from the Discord. Shout out the Discord, and I believe specifically Savannah. I'll confirm that. Yep.
Shout out Savannah.
So, and then we'll top it off with some other news. But what's going on? How are we? Big week.
Big week. We're in the thick of it right now.
Crack open this Seltzy, this little polar Seltzy.
Nothing better than that sound right there. This is not sponsored. They're not sponsoring us. Yeah, we're doing good. We're in the thick of the Rumble season right now. Rumble is 2 days away. Getting excited. Been watching some Rumbles over the last few nights.
I've been seeing you going crazy.
Been on Peacock watching a few of the best Royal Rumbles, if some people may say themselves. And just
did you look up a list best Rumbles and how'd you choose?
Yeah, but then I also went. So I watched 2001.
Okay.
Which that one I looked up. I admittedly looked up best Rumbles, and that was consensus top three for every list. Then I watched 07 because that was the first Rumble that I remember watching, and then 08 because that was Cena's return. And honestly, looking back on some of them, it's crazy to think that one, just how star-studded some of the rosters were, and two, just how some of those guys are still going. Ron Killings, his name was
K-Quick.
K-Quick. Shows up, I didn't know he was in it, so he comes out, and I'm like, oh my God.
In the 2001.
Yeah, I was oh my God. I was I didn't realize he was in this, but it's just crazy to see some of those guys still around today. It's pretty cool.
I saw a tweet this morning that was they didn't know how good they had it on a Thursday episode of SmackDown. It was
the
Undertaker, Rock, whatever.
But Kurt Angle, Kane, all that.
That's neither here nor there. I want to talk about, before we get into some crazy stuff, I want to talk about our weekend.
Yeah, we had a big weekend.
If you haven't seen, the clips have been going around. We got involved in some Focus Pro wrestling action. Shout out Brian. Shout out Focus
Brian.
Pro. Shout out Aeronaut Brewery, which will no longer exist soon, I guess. Unfortunately. But shout out you for hosting. But yeah, man. So to give people a rundown, we don't have to get too deep into it because there'll be
a video.
There's gonna be a video. But unlike last time, I don't feel the need to be so secretive and so you gotta.
The cat's out of the bag.
That's what I mean.
This one.
So first, we trained a little bit had a little wrestling lesson, little wrestling school.
Yes, we did.
We were talking before the show how in pain we both were,
Yep.
and arguably still are.
Yep.
To give people again, this will all be in the video, but we learned how to take bumps, fall on our back. Yep. We learned how to run the ropes,
take clotheslines, body slams, chops to the chest,
stunners, which obviously Dante implemented that night. It was crazy. I did the kip up, which I was fucking.
Yes, we were. We're doing that as well. Some barrel rolls and stuff like that.
It was just hitting. It's obvious. It doesn't even need to be said, but hitting that mat is not soft.
Nope.
That mat.
There's not a soft part to that mat.
If there's anyone out there that thought maybe it's a cushion blow or it springs or it's bouncy, there's
definitely
hurts.
a mat there that separates the wood planks, but that doesn't mean that the mat feels good either.
That was insane.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was I was talking to Brian before and stuff, and we were talking. He was like, "What do you guys want to do? What do you want to get out of this and stuff?" And I was like, "Listen, if we're getting involved in this and stuff, I was like, I'm not half-assing this. I was like, I want to go 100%, take it this work. If we're gonna train, we're gonna train and stuff like that. Talking about paying your dues and just we're stepping in the ring and doing this. Let's do it the right way. We obviously had a respect for the business and the professional athletes. Do what they do. This is their profession. But after actually stepping in the ring and training and taking those bumps and like actually understanding all that goes into it, that respect just through the roof. Like, I mean, it's insane how much that actually goes into it. And I really wish people would like understand that, like especially people that have those opinions and stuff, like, oh, like
it doesn't hurt,
it's theatricals. Like, listen, I understand.
Even
like,
me, when people would say stuff like that, I would even like, you know, when people would ask me, I'm sure you've gotten it too, where they're like it doesn't really hurt, right? Or they're just like whatever. And sometimes my response would be like, no, they're like actually doing that stuff, but they know how to fall and they know how to do this. Protect themselves for sure. But now I'm not even going to say that anymore, because we learned how to fall. And I'm not saying we're experts at it. Like, obviously, the better you are, the better you are at falling. But even taking a bump the correct way still fucking hurts.
Like, what's today? So this event was Saturday?
Yeah.
It's Thursday today. My neck still hurts. The back of my neck and the front of my neck still hurts. I had a heating pad on me pretty consistently over the last 5 days. Shout out Sophie for having a heating pad for me. And just like taking ibuprofen every 4 hours, and just like my hips were hurting, my back was hurting, my fucking shoulder blades were everything. My ribs, oh my god,
my thighs were shot. I could barely walk.
Next day was tough. I think the worst day for me was Tuesday, but like Sunday through Tuesday was just miserable. Yesterday was the first time I was able to go to the gym, because I couldn't go.
I still haven't even made it back. Yeah,
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's just, there's so much that goes into it. And even like, and I was saying this to Brian and stuff, like running the ropes. It's insane. Not just running. You have to think about the footwork, your hand placement, where your back's going to hit, and just like also where you are in the ring. And
that was my takeaway, was how everything is footwork. Like,
yeah, honestly.
Like, stepping into a clothesline or a body slam is like, okay, you step with your left foot first. Right, like every single thing is footwork.
It's all planned and timed and stuff, and it's just it's so detailed. And again, I wish people would understand that more, because people see it for the theatrics and all that stuff, but there's so much more that goes into wrestling, and so much respect for the guys that do it night in and night out. Genuinely, it was a blast. Like, I'm still hurting a little bit, but it was so worth it. It was so worth it. Everything I've ever dreamed of.
I want to make note of it, because you said it. I think it was a good point. But because like the first time we did it with Focus Pro a couple months ago, you know, we went in, we got the upper hand on Stan Styles. Yep. We did our, you know, we got the one up on
the
him,
laughs,
and we were new to everything, and they were so gracious of letting us in. All the wrestlers really cool, whatever. Going in on the second time, which we'll talk a little bit more about too. You know, you ended up taking a stunner from Stan Styles, and I ended up getting a spray in the face. So we took, or not we, I'd say you took a bump, but there was a big thing with me and you being like, well, if we're gonna do this with the wrestling school and with it in general, is like we got the one up, and we got to be the silly ones and win and ha ha he he. But now it came to, if we want to do this again and keep doing this, it's like, okay, well, now we have to pay our dues.
Exactly.
Now we have to be the ones that take the fall. Now we have to be the ones that lose or look silly or whatever. And it's just like
that's how.
It's how the business works. It's like how it works. So we agreed to, you know, you take the stunner and we do the whipped cream thing and get sprayed or whatever, and take the fall and get hurt and blah blah. And then so yeah, I just think that was important. It was important for us, and I like that we both had the same mindset of like hey, like we're not just in it to come in and have fun and be like, we're just gonna
we're not here to fuck around. Like, we're here to take this seriously, and I think to respect everyone.
We were every single wrestler we talked to backstage, we were like, thanks for letting us in the ring. Like, we kept up. We were just like, thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a big thing for us. It's just like the paying our dues. Like, we took the chop. We
were at the camp and training camp, and then we went back to our places and stuff, and then got like changed, whatever, and then went back. And so I got back to my apartment and went to shower, and I took off my shirt, and I just had a big, just like red, just handprint from Brian.
I have a new bruise like right here that's like developed like yesterday.
I have a ring burn.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have it on my leg. Yeah.
Up right now. Yeah. It's listen, man. It doesn't feel great. So, and it was funny because like my friends, like one of my good friends, like watch wrestling growing up and stuff and all that, and he loves like me doing this shit. But some of my other friends don't watch wrestling or whatever.
Right.
So I've been on Xbox the last few nights with them, and I'm like telling them like we're talking about it, I'm like, I'm fucking still hurt.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm like not like saying this to be funny. Like I'm genuinely like still hurting. Like it's, and they're like, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, that it is. That's wrestling.
Talk to me a bit about, again, I don't want to give everything away, but the video's out there, blah, blah. Shout out everyone. Shout out Stan Styles. Shout out Love Doug.
Stan Styles.
But, and also fuck you, Stan Styles. Yeah. But,
we did this time.
yeah, man. I mean, everyone's hyping up the Cell on the Stunner. I thought you did a great job.
Hey, listen.
How was it?
It's nice, hearing like all the compliments from people and stuff like that, because I watch the video back, and how I am with anything is like that could be better.
Of course, yeah,
that could have been better. So it's nice seeing like the love and stuff from that, and also what I thought was the coolest thing, and like maybe not rewarding isn't the word, but like a satisfaction feeling is after everything happened. Like we're going to the back, and I'm like grab my neck. Multiple wrestlers asked me like, "Are you hurt?
Good?
Are you selling?" And I'm like, "No, like I'm good." And They're like, hell yeah. Like, good shit. Like you're doing a great job. That was like cool. Instant gratification, like such a cool feeling. That's like hearing that from the guys that actually do it night in, night out. Right. That was like, damn, okay, then I did it good, well enough, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
But you know, it was our first time, like both of us doing something like this, like not getting in the ring, but you know, getting involved physically and stuff like this.
Right.
It was very cool, you know, who knows what happens next, but it was a very bucket list experience.
Yeah,
I should
genuinely
say. Like
unreal.
growing up,
Unreal.
like, and one other thing too is after the training camp, I called my parents and stuff, and I was telling them about it and like, you know, the plans or whatever. And my stepdad said to me, he goes, isn't it crazy to think that like when you were 8-9 years old, like you were writing like in your notebook, like creating storylines.
Yeah, my dad said something
and
similar.
Like now you're like stepping in a ring, and I'm like, it kind of like clicked. I was like, damn, that's crazy how like all of this shit that I've done, like what we've done with work and stuff, like led us to this moment and stuff. Like it's just super cool. I
had a similar moment. I don't know if I called my parents right after, but I talked to my parents. Well, no, actually, I think I did call them on the ride home.
Out of breath. Hey, Mom,
basically,
just got my ass kicked.
And yeah, very like similar moment where they're both like blown away about like what we did. And similar thing with my dad of just like, he was like, damn, you guys are lucky and da-da-da. And he, you know, similar thing. Like, who would have thought when you were, you know, a little less than 20 years ago or whatever, you know, it would have led to this. And yeah, I had a very similar moment. That was just like a cool moment.
Yeah. Full circle.
But enough of that. Like I said, the video is going to be out.
And if you haven't seen the video of the Stunner, look it up on Stache Club Twitter.
Sure.
One of our accounts, whatever. You'll find it pretty easily.
Hoping in the next 2 weeks. I think it's gonna be less of a. We filmed it in a different way, so I think it's gonna be.
And we have a lot of content,
more streamlined,
a lot of different things.
It's mainly gonna be focused.
Is it gonna be that one video?
I'm gonna put them into one. Yeah. It's just gonna be like the wrestling school matched with the event. Like,
gotcha.
Yeah, but anyway,
okay, cool.
So that's that.
That's us.
I'm excited when the video's out. We'll talk more about it if there's still things to talk about. But
let's talk about the professionals.
We're not getting to the Rumble predictions yet. Nope. We got a couple of things to go over. Most notably, or you know, arguably most notably, Seth Rollins comes out on Raw. Speculation's been going on X. He's injured. However, not dropping the belt. In his promo, he swears he'll be back for Mania. And then I saw, which I guess it makes sense that everyone's doing media.
There's been a lot of oh my god, the amount of quotes.
Everything between John Cena on Impulsive, Seth and Becky on GQ, I think Seth on ESPN, someone on Sports Illustrated.
Stone Cold was on Sports Illustrated. Stone Cold had an interview somewhere too.
But like everyone had an interview.
The Rock even had a TKO and all that stuff.
So there was just like, which I'm not going over. I'll say it now. I think it was Sports Illustrated that started putting reports out about the main event of Mania.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a watch. Yeah, that's a watch.
I'm not don't put any weight into it. If you're reading that and you're putting weight into
don't
it,
put
like
any weight into Sports Illustrated right now.
As we know, it's like any official report can say anything, and it's never. You can just say
according to sources or per whatever. You can put that. I could tweet that out right now. And people would believe me.
So I'm not giving whether they prove to be true or not.
Right.
I'm not giving that the time of day.
I agree.
Even most notably is I don't want to ruin something that I'm looking forward to for myself. So I'm
I'm happy though. At least there's a lot of conflicting reports, so it's not like all dead set on one thing happening to make it seem like, oh, this might happen. I'm just happy at least there's a bunch of different things out there.
Sure.
So there's like we knew already, but there's a lot of possibilities.
Right. Before we get into that next topic, we want to tell you about our sponsor today, Factor. This year, 2024, I'm looking for the best way for me to accomplish my New Year's resolutions while saving time and money. Luckily, I found Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit delivery service, the best meal delivery service for busy people who love delicious food. Skip the grocery stores, prep work, and cooking fatigue. Instead, get chef-crafted, wrestler-approved meals delivered right to your door. I approve. With over 35 meals to choose from per week, including options like keto, calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and more. Plus, over weekly add-ons, you'll have a ton of nutritious and flavorful options to kickstart your resolutions. Factor delivers fresh, chef-prepared meals right to your door, so you don't have to waste time shopping, cooking, cleaning. Don't have to do any of it. Plus, Factor meals are packed with protein, healthy fats, and nutrients to fuel your body and mind. The best way to survive the Royal Rumble. This year, I'm going to take my unhealthy habits to the elimination chamber. Whether you want to lose weight, build muscle, or just eat better, Factor can help you achieve your goals. Factor now offers loads of snack options like breakfast, smoothies, juices, snacks, and more to keep you going. Listen to this. It's vengeance season. Time to enter the Hall of Fame, so be ready to stand and deliver, save some money in the bank, and avoid just being a survivor this year, but an absolute heat wave. Head to factormeals.com/stash50 and use code stash50 to get 50% off. That's code stash50 at factormeals.com/stash50 to get 50% off. Thank you for Factor for sponsoring this video. Now back to the episode. But yeah, so back to the Seth Rollins thing. Mm-hmm. That's what led me into it. According to ESPN, he hopes to be back in a month and have a match before Mania.
I mean, MCL tear. He said in the interview that he dodged a bullet with the ACL.
Right.
If it's ACL, then it's 6-9 months. That's a whole nother thing. You drop it. There's no debate. MCL, I mean, first of all, thank God that they're letting him hold on to this because there was this whole debate of whether or not he's going to drop it. There was people saying if he does, make the Rumble match for the belt, which would have, workhorse belt makes sense. But there was a whole lot of stuff. I'm happy they're having him hold the belt because if he can come back from Mania, listen, I don't want to compare. I don't want to be that guy, but if fucking Roman Reigns can defend the belt 3-4 times a year, Seth Rollins can take off 2 fucking months. Like, it's okay. Like, he wasn't going to wrestle at the Rumble, it seems like. Elimination Chamber, probably. But so you lose him for one big event and then TV. Like, he can still be on TV. He just can't wrestle.
Right.
So, and it's just, he can't throw away a potential huge main event if it's CM Punk. We'll just whatever. It's hard to throw that away if he's only going to be gone for a few months. Thank God it's only a few months because it makes
it even
things
seems
easier.
like he's talking, and granted it's Seth, so he's saying he hopes he's back in a month.
He wants to get a match in before. So I get.
So if that timeline proves to be if his timeline proves to be true, back in a month and has a match for Mania. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
like nothing is really off the rails.
No. Luckily, with this day and age, technology and stuff, these MCL injuries, all these like minor ones, aren't as severe as
they'll just put some AI in it.
Just put some what I forget what they give deer antler spray or something like that.
What?
Yeah, it's like a steroid for like
NFL players. Oh, geez.
I think who was it? Ray Lewis, I believe. Like tore his fucking like shoulder bone, whatever. Came back in like 2 months.
They spray it on.
I don't know if it's actual spray or whatever. Or like I don't know, but
that's crazy.
What was I say? Seth Rollins. But yeah, no, I'm hyped that he's able to hold on to the belt and stuff like that. I'm not concerned about it. What I do think should happen though, let's say Mania comes around, let's say if he loses, whenever he loses the belt, he should take some time off. He should probably rest up for a little bit.
Storyline wise or just health-wise.
He's been going like crazy for years, and especially since he won the belt in May, he's been nonstop. He probably should take some time off when that time comes. But hey, I respect the shit out of him for still going and like wanting to hold on to the belt and get through this to get to Mania.
Yeah. I think it's it sucks that it happened.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing we can say is it at least it's not as bad, and hopes are still there. And
you know what? Even this happened a few years ago when it was the build to him and Triple H at Mania. He tore his. I think it may not have been his MCL, may have been his meniscus. Same thing. He hurt his knee or whatever, and then he came back right before Mania, and they still had the match.
So
it's happened before.
Yeah,
so
I don't think
just different circumstances.
Now maybe this if he's not going to be around, let's say because he's going to have surgery. So let's say
I don't know
he's not having surgery.
I don't know if that's confirmed or not. He might, but I don't know.
Either way, he's going to need a rehab or heal up, whatever. Take some time off, whatever. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Could this have an implication on who's winning the Rumble? Because let's say if Punk wins the Rumble, he doesn't have a dance partner for a few weeks. You know what I mean? To bounce off of, and I don't know. I think.
And then there's other possibilities, which is, someone else that came out during that promo and all that too. So
I guess I don't have much else to say about that, especially after seeing the report about he's open for a month and whatever. Yeah. It sucks, but I think it's not doomsday.
No.
Like I think we were all thinking when it was first, But anyway, transition, speaking of, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk were chatting.
They had a talk.
This was nuts.
Was very good. Very good promo.
I thought, first of all, just surreal that it happened. Like you kind of sat back and watched it when it was happening, just like it's two of these guys that left. One left being a top guy, one didn't. Either way, they both came back superstars. Cody Rhodes built and made a name for himself on the indies, and then obviously leading into AEW. Yep. Punk with his whole AEW stuff. They were AEW co-workers.
Yeah, crazy how they shared the ring, but it wasn't an AEW ring.
Right. It's really insane. I thought this was great. I've seen criticism about it. Every time there's a Punk promo, now there's criticism of he didn't say a shocking thing.
Him and MJF is the same thing.
Yeah, man. Which this didn't need. I thought this was perfect.
It was executed well. It was well written.
I think it was structured well, and I think it just what I liked about it, and you don't really see it a whole lot, was that it built and built and built and built. So it was like the structure of it, where it started out really like buddy, and they were giving each other respect.
Shook each other's hands.
Right.
And stuff.
And then it started out with Punk talking about Dusty, and things started to get a little more elevated.
Business and personal. It's like, what about Sunday morning? I can separate business from personal and stuff like that.
Just like it's like, we're friends. Are we still gonna be friends Sunday morning? And da-da-da. So a lot of respect, especially shown from Punk. Like I said, mentioning Dusty, how he said Dusty wanted Punk to look over Cody when Cody was in OVW.
Didn't have to.
Punk kind of said he didn't need to. He was a good kid, never got in trouble, blah, blah, blah. And now he's basically said he's proud of him for the championship material he formed into that he sees now today.
Yep.
And they went back and forth, blah, blah, blah. But the biggest two mic drops were, Punk kind of said the classic, like, silver spoon in your mouth towards Cody, blah, blah. He said, I'm more the American dream than you.
Fire.
Wow.
Fire. Bar.
And then some more talking. Cody chirps back. Everything you spoke about in the pipe bomb, I literally did. You talked, I walked. So that makes me more CM Punk than you.
It was a perfect setup. It was the perfect setup. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the structure of this promo was fantastic because both of these guys got their jabs. It fucking started buddy, like you said, and ended so just intense, and the tension.
I can't remember the last time I saw something this, like, a promo this well, like, built.
Yeah,
like, it was just
nice. From the very beginning to when the music hit to the very end, it was done so well.
Cody said something to the effect of like, you know, you can't stop me, I'm gonna go through you, or something like that. And when he walked away, Punk a little shoulder check.
Cody doesn't do that a lot.
Punk turned them back, and they just had a fucking stare down, nose to nose, just fucking.
Cody doesn't do that. We're seeing a little angry side of Cody. I'm locked in this Saturday.
Yeah, I'm already so fired up. But this just sent it over the moon,
genuinely,
dude.
Between those two promos that we talked about, and I know we didn't really dive deep too much into it, they have three guys that, like, take your fucking pick. Take your fucking pick.
We will a little bit.
We will pick straws at this point. Like, they've done such a good job at building this and just giving us a million different possibilities of what could happen.
And what's nice about these Rumbles,
and the storylines too, it's just it's like there's going to be something in every, like, people that cross paths. There's going to be history there. There's going to be a build up. Drew McIntyre is going to be thrown in the mix with all these guys too. It's going to be
Jey Uso is going to be in there. Gonna be that's in what that's what I like about this one, is they've done a really, really good job about intertwining stories. And, like, imagine, like, when Cody and Punk, because they're going to be in the ring at the same time, but they're going to be fighting other people, and they're going to fucking turn around and lock eyes, and, like, that's, like, when they first meet each other in the Rumble, that place is going to go nuts.
When him and Gunther lock eyes again from last year, him and Drew there's just so much. It's going to be so good.
It did a great job of, like, not to keep going in circles, but like firing up for them two, and they're who's gonna win, but just the Rumble as a whole, I'm so excited. It's gonna be a good show. One more quick piece of news, and we're gonna jump into the predictions, and then at the end we'll circle back because there's still some more news and stuff. But lighthearted, Cody, Bianca, Rhea on the covers of WWE 2K24.
Good coverage.
Cody's getting the the standard one,
standard edition,
and then Rhea and Bianca get
Deluxe.
I guess that's what it is.
And then there's a WrestleMania edition, 40 years of WrestleMania edition.
But yeah, sick. I saw, like, a whole story about, like,
I did too.
I guess they got called in to take photos, and they weren't told what it was for. And then, like, the video of, like, Triple H like being like
via
the reason, like, the reason you guys are here is because you won, or I don't know, just like
you
cool.
won the raffle.
Really cool. I mean Cody on the whole thing. I think I saw the trailer, and it was based on, like,
finishing
him losing at 39 and having to finish the story.
And then after he's like, by the time 2K25 comes out, if I'm still not champ, like, I don't deserve to be on the cover. Like, are you telling me this guy is like, oh, come on. It's got to be this time.
And also, I love the, what was it? It's the first time, not the first time first time dual woman. It was something like
cover or something like that.
Something like that.
Because Becky Lynch was on the cover years ago, but
maybe the deluxe version. There was some first time thing. I forget what it was, but also Bianca, Rhea.
That cover
also
sick.
Super well deserved.
That sick.
Really, 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 really cool. Not much to say about it. I'm not big into the WWE games these days.
They're adding some new game modes, I guess. Like, they're doing a showcase mode with, like, you can replay all like iconic WrestleMania. Oh,
you can go through, like, the 40 years.
Yeah.
It'll be a cool game. I mean, like, I'll probably end up getting it, but
yeah.
If I had a console,
I game share with one of my buddies.
Oh, so that's sweet.
I'll probably get it with him.
What I needed to get a console, because, like, I have a PC and I try. I'm just not I like sitting on the couch or in my bed and just with a controller, you know?
Man, sometimes there's nothing better than that.
But we'll move on. We have a couple other things, like there's the Netflix deal and The Rock with the TKO thing, William Regal NXT. Few other things to go over, but I feel like we're this far in. We gotta start chatting here.
Let's start chatting.
We have our 2024 WWE Royal Rumble predictions. Yes, again, shout out Savannah in the Discord for a little bit different way of doing these predictions. So, where's the predictions championship?
There it is.
Obviously, the predictions championship. Can't get it around my arm. Will be on the line this Saturday. New phone cover, huh?
Yes.
Hell
yeah.
I
did get a new phone cover.
Same old pop socket, though, huh?
I gotta get a new one of those.
But SCW Predictions Championship will be on the line.
Gotta get my hands on that.
We've done it in the past, how we've done the confidence points, which I like a lot. Those aren't going away in the future, but for this, because we've added a few other sort of different ways to get points, we're just going back to, if you get it right, you get a point. So I think that's the best way to go about this.
Cool.
Obviously, we're recording this on the Thursday before SmackDown. If something gets announced, like maybe a Rhea match or something, I don't know. I'm really surprised they're not Rhea and Nia.
If anything, it would be I would imagine maybe Io gets a match or something, but I don't know, because it's just SmackDown. I'd imagine that they're not going to announce one because probably not so much time. But whatever.
Anyway, we'll start at the bottom here. United States Championship. Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. This one, I'll be honest, for most, there's one match where I think we know the outcome. It's the whole pay-per-view top to bottom is pretty unpredictable. Not even from an outcome perspective, but just what's going to happen. Right, even the Fatal 4-Way, I think it's safe to say it's there's one obvious pick, but it's what's going to happen.
With this match, I think this is going to be a great match.
I think it's going to be fun.
I actually think this is going to be a really,
I think the build for it's been great.
But I think WWE putting the belt on Logan Paul, I think that kind of meant that I think he's going to be the guy going into Mania with the belt.
I agree.
I don't think he's losing it.
They did it for a reason.
They did it for a reason, not for a 2-month show off thing on his podcast.
This is his first title defense, too.
First title defense. I don't think he's losing.
I agree. I have Logan Paul. For the same thing, the only reason I can see him losing it is because, like you said, it's been 2 months since he's won it. It's been on TV a handful of times.
Right. More so for this build and that.
For sure. But I agree. I would more so seeing him maybe lose it at an Elimination Chamber. Sure. But also, if we're this close to Mania, it's his first title defense, too.
Yeah.
He's going to win in a shitty way.
Yeah, heel fashion.
Naturally.
Probably brass knuckles.
Sure. Yeah, I don't super see him just beating Kevin Owens.
I think this
clean.
is a good match for him though, because Kevin Owens is obviously the most professional there is.
Sure,
he's the perfect guy to put someone over and stuff, make it look legit.
It's a weird balance of I don't want Logan Paul to beat Kevin Owens clean, but on the other hand, I do. It's Logan Paul has proven himself that he's in this business and he's talented, and I get he's a heel, but heels win. They can do shitty tactics in the middle.
Right.
I kind of want Logan Paul do shitty things in the middle or heel tags, whatever. Ultimately, I think I want a pretty definite Logan Paul win here.
I mean, if there's someone that can eat a lot and then bounce back from it, Kevin Owens is definitely one of those guys. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think
he needs it.
We're at that point where it's all right, he has the belt, he's legit, for sure, but he needs to start getting things done on his own.
It's just a legitimacy thing. That's all it is.
Yep.
So yeah, Logan Paul. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I really don't see him.
I think it'll be a great match.
I think it'll be fun.
I think it'll be good.
Undisputed WWE Universal Championship Fatal 4-Way. We got Roman Reigns, your champion, versus Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
Talk about someone that can't get it done on their own. Roman Reigns.
This is gonna be, I guess you can say, Logan Paul doesn't need to. Roman Reigns doesn't. Yeah. This is gonna be nuts. This is gonna be fun. I'll put it out there now. I think Roman Reigns is winning.
Yeah, we're on the same page there.
I don't think he's gonna lose the title.
Listen, I put a tweet out about this the other day. There's a lot of people that are in the camp of Randy should win this Saturday, and then that's the story. Cody beats Randy. You can't just keep adding things to the story. We can't just keep going down different directions and just trying to attach things. No. Roman
you have time to do Randy Cody.
You can do that when I think that if Cody wins at Mania, that's after Mania. First feud.
I agree.
Anyways, Roman Reigns did not hold on to this belt for this long to lose in a fatal 4-way match at Royal Rumble. Could you imagine if he didn't even get pinned?
Which you can argue that's
how
like
shitty that would be.
That's been like one of the negatives about like this title reign. How just obvious like. Well, he's not going to lose here. He's not going to lose here.
Right.
It's still fun matches, but it's like it does like a little bit suck. That's like. I guess obvious.
I do think that there is like that chance.
I don't think it's 100%. I agree.
Because in a word, I obviously also I keep saying, if this is like the closing match, I could see.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
Like maybe The Rock comes out at the end and costs Roman the belt. You know, it's like then that kind of idea pops into my head. I still think Roman's winning, and I don't think that's going to happen, but it's a possibility.
Do you think this should main event?
I mean, it main evented last year. Obviously, they had the Sami Zayn betrayal thing, but if that match main events, I'll be very nervous that The Rock is going to come out because he wouldn't come out middle of the card.
Yeah,
I agree. If The Rock's going to come out, it's because that match is main eventing.
I think this isn't a prediction or for a point or whatever. It could be. I think the men's Rumble has to main event.
I would prefer that to main event.
I think so.
I would prefer, especially like they're hyping up to be it, being one of the biggest ever and unpredictable. Probably should close the show.
Yeah.
Usually, it always was the match that closed the show. It really was last year, and I think last year was really the first time that a championship match main evented. But
wow, that's crazy to think.
Yeah, that's crazy to think. Even the placement of the matches can dictate what happens.
I'd imagine they start with the women's, then Kevin Logan, and then I guess
WWE Championship
Fatal 4-Way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a lot to think about. A lot to think about. Jesus Christ. Because you're right. Yeah. I mean, if it does main event, there's almost Rock expectations. Yeah. Which I don't think is out of the question. I think it's very in the realm of possibilities.
I do too.
Obviously. As we've seen.
Whether it leads to a match at this Mania or not, it's still
for sure. Yeah. Alone, just to stare.
He already said the head of the table. We're already past. Like we're in it now. So it's just about what happens next.
Another point here. Who's gonna take the pin?
Oh,
this is for another point. This is one of the extra add-ons. Gut reaction. I don't know why. I'm saying Randy.
Really?
I don't know why. It's just kind of gut reaction. I think he's the WWE vet. He's the AJ's AJ, obviously, but in just the realm of WWE, Randy's like
one of the GOATs.
Especially in that match, he's like the guy. So I think Roman pinning Randy is kind of the most dominant look.
I get what you're saying.
And that's really all. I hope he stacks them all, is what I hope.
So
happens.
So I'm actually going all three. Yeah, I agree, because if he pins Randy, that's kind of like the strongest way for him to win.
Because him and AJ AJ's like in this, but he's not super connected to Roman.
Right. There's history, but it's not as strong as Knight or Randy.
Him and LA Knight recently had a match, so I feel like pinning LA Knight would just kind of be like, okay, well, we've seen this before.
Right.
Pinning Randy, I think, is just the most has most substance.
So the reason why I'm not picking Randy is because I think he has a lot of momentum right now. I think you should probably protect him. Like, he'll lose the match, but not eating the pinfall.
Yeah.
I'm not picking LA Knight because he just got the pin, and he's the easy answer. I feel like he's doesn't have as much star power as the other two. But if you are trying to build that star, he got pinned once. He doesn't have to get pinned twice.
Right
now, that leaves AJ, another guy, which it kind of sucks because he just came back and he's building that momentum. But like I said, the same thing with Kevin. He can eat a pin. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think him and LA Knight's going to be the feud going into Mania. Unless LA Knight kind of gets thrown into a US like a championship picture, but I can see AJ and LA Knight having a match like Elimination Chamber or something like that. And like maybe LA Knight will criticize, you're the one that got pinned, blah 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 blah. But I think I can also see AJ Styles phenomenal forearm into a spear. It's money every time.
Yeah, AJ has the least to lose, I think. So yeah, I would have been between Randy and AJ, but something pulled me to Randy. I don't know.
But man, I really hope it's all three of them.
That's the thing. I would be glad to give up this point if he just stacks all
1,000%.
Okay, here we are.
Here we go.
Women's Rumble. This is where the predictions get fun. First, we're gonna get into our winner later, but just one out of the 30 women, who's gonna eliminate who? So just pick one. Like I think X is gonna eliminate X. Just of the one eliminations. Like so, for instance, me. I know. I mean, you could go crazy here
I know,
and just
tough.
put you could just pick Katana Chance is gonna eliminate fucking Alba Fire. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
However, I'm picking Bailey. I think Bailey is gonna eliminate Asuka. That's my pick.
I was thinking of Damage Control.
I think that's a safe in terms of this prediction. I think like picking a storyline, I think is like the safest way to do it.
That's smart.
So I'm going Bailey eliminates Asuka because I'm really set on like the Damage Control sort of stuff and whatever. That's my pick.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go a little bit out of the box.
Okay, please.
But there's no storylines involved here, but I do think it could set something. Oh wait,
that's
what do I want to do?
That's a way to think.
Hold on. What do I want to do?
I should have given you these.
No, it's okay because now I have a few different ones. I'm thinking Brock Lesnar might be in there. Who is he gonna throw over? Who's gonna set? All right, I'm gonna
women's.
Oh yeah, women's. Because I know that question. That question is gonna come later. I'm gonna go with Bianca eliminates Jade Cargill.
Wow, fun. Ooh, yes. Love that.
You're thinking storylines right now. I'm thinking about what will create a storyline.
That's absolutely a way to think. Yep.
I don't think Bianca's going to be involved in any women's championship matches this Mania because I think it's Io Bailey and I think Rhea on Raw. So Becky, whatever. Jade's going to be, I would imagine Jade's debuting.
I think she does too. Yeah.
They've been talking about her and Charlotte, who's hurt now, and her and Bianca. So Jade, Bianca, Mania, I think could be a big match.
I love that. So now the reason I made that face because the next question is surprise entrant. You mentioned I like that Jade pick.
Yeah. So
okay,
I'm just gonna jump the gun. I'm gonna say Jade for my surprise.
That's
entrant,
fair,
right?
Yeah, that's fair.
If I'm saying her already,
I have Liv Morgan.
Oh, that's a fucking. All right.
But also,
that's
so
good.
Like,
that's good.
The contingency is it's not current roster or currently active. So like Jade and Liv count. But could be like a. I mean, we could have also gone with like a
Dakota,
Mickey James, or a Dakota.
Yeah.
Dakota for sure. Or like because like this also includes like legends and like surprise ones. And the Women's Rumble always has like a Lita. Like I could see Lita, Trish
could
you
be
know,
in there too. Yeah,
but I'm gonna play a little safe with the returning Liv Morgan.
So am I. Listen, I know Jade's already signed. It wouldn't be like a big like, oh my god, they signed her. It's just she's gotta show up.
Final four, 1 point each.
Okay,
I guess. Yeah, 1 point each. Fuck it.
I love it.
My final four. I like my final four.
Oh, this is crazy.
Bailey, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, and I really didn't have a fourth, so I put Liv Morgan up there.
Okay.
Jumping off the return.
Okay.
But also Bianca's probably
this.
I think I'm gonna change.
This is interesting. This is interesting. I like this.
I think I'm gonna change mine to Bianca to be honest. But then no, I'm keeping. I'm gonna keep.
She can't be in there.
Cause that's the thing. Now it's like yeah, it's
okay. I got my final four.
Okay, who do we got?
And this kind of sucks though because she has to be in the final four. You know what? I'm going to put her back in the final four.
Who's her?
Okay.
Who's her?
All right. So I got Becky.
Yep.
Bailey.
Yep.
Bianca and Jade.
Wow.
I do think Jade's going to have one of those performances where they're going to have her stay long enough. but she's not going to win it. I think Bianca's going to eliminate her, and then like Bianca will get eliminated right away. Then it'll lead to the last two. Now, Becky Bayley, that part
I'm so confident.
Because Bayley, I think she's going to get eliminated from a damage control person, but no one from damage control's in the final four.
See, that's here. So I ran into that. I put
Bayley in because I was like, what? But I'll take the point if she is in there, and like I get one of these wrong. Mm-hmm. I was thinking Nia Jax because Becky Nia, but yeah, I got to give Bayley. I got to put her in there.
I like that pick. I'm not confident with my. I'm confident with my 3. I'm not confident with
I'm putting all my chips in the Jade here. Yeah, I'm honestly. So confident.
Here we are.
Yep.
Winner. Who's going to win the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble? I've said it last week. We both. I've kind of been on this train. I'm going Bayley.
I'm going Becky. I'm going Becky. And then we probably could make the same argument to each other because I think Bayley and Io could get the match based off storyline.
Sure,
But I also think Becky could win the match, could win like the Elimination Chamber match or something to get the. I think they're both going to find a way there no matter what. Mm-hmm. This is a coin toss.
Yeah.
It really is a coin toss.
Bonus point. Mm-hmm. What number is your winner going to enter?
Oh, God.
1 through 30. I'm going... honestly, I picked a number. I think Bayley's going to enter at 16.
16?
16.
Okay. I'm going to go number 7 for Becky.
I think Becky's going to be... I think Becky's going to be low for sure.
For a while. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, also, one more.
Oh, fuck.
Or 2 more, kind of. Which I don't know. We might have to get help on this from the chat because I don't know. I'm sure like the information will come out. We might not just know it in the moment. Who will last the longest?
We might be able to usually like on Wikipedia or something like afterwards. Like maybe after we'll find something.
I'm sure someone in the chat will have something for us.
Yeah. How long they'll last?
How long will last, and then how long with a 5-minute. You can give like a 5-minute like minute window. I'm going Becky. I think Becky's going to last the longest.
Oh, okay. So who will last? Okay. Yeah, I also...
Like, who will spend the most time?
I will also go Becky because I have her coming in
I'm going
early,
Jade Cargill. So. I think Becky's going to enter super early. My time frame, I think... Well, I don't know. I should take that back. I don't think she's going to be super, super early because last night I wrote she's going to last 31 to 36 minutes, which seems a little low now that I'm looking at it. Considering like a Rumble's like 40 minutes or 60 minutes.
I'm going 44 minutes.
Okay.
So it has to be within 5 minutes.
You can give a time frame.
So it could be like
give a window.
Okay.
It's not before or after. You have to set the window.
Okay.
Of like 5 minutes.
Oh, gotcha.
You know
okay.
I mean?
So I'm going to say I'll say 44 to 49 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I'll do that then. Okay.
I'm not confident in my window, but that's what I'm going to go with. Okay.
All right. Men's.
Fuck. Men's. Right. Men's Rumble. First question. Who will eliminate who? I like mine. It's a safe one. I'm going again on storyline. I'm going Cody Rhodes eliminates Shinsuke Nakamura. I just think they had a storyline. It's just kind of like a little icing on the cake. Shinsuke is not going to win it or be in for super long. Also, sorry, before we get any further, 2 things. One, I'm really glad they've mentioned announced not that many entrants, which we've been vocal about, but for the sake of it, maybe for thought processes or whatever, the women who have been announced are simply Bayley, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Maxine Dupri, Ivy Nile. The men who have been announced are Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, Chad Gable, Otis, Akira Tozawa, Kofi Kingston, Damian Priest.
It's perfect.
Reading that, I really wanted to put Chad Gable throwing over Gunther. So I feel better with Cody and Shinsuke.
Okay.
I think it's just going to be a regular, it's not going to be a big notable toss out, but what do you think?
I'm going all in for these ones. Gunther eliminates Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Honestly, like, you pick Gunther, you take your pick who he's going to eliminate. You could say, like...
Pick at 29. I want to 29.
You could say Kofi. You could say fucking
I'm going to go Brock because I know they're hyping up Gunther in the whole World Heavyweight Championship thing. I think him and Brock
It's a good one.
Is a money match. IC
you just
title.
put the mic in front of you.
Oh, sorry. IC title. It's got to happen. I think this is the perfect setup for it. They had a little eye-to-eye, face-to-face last year, but I think this is the year that something happens.
I think it'll be reminiscent of when Keith Lee was in the Rumble and Brock was like, "That's a big boy. That's a big boy."
All right.
I like that. Yeah. I really like that. Mm-hmm. Surprise entrant. So as you're going Brock
Lesnar.
Okay.
They're telling me that they're not going to have him for this. I mean, come on. It's Brock.
I'm going, and this is me just hoping. I've seen a little bit of rumors. I'm going Big E.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
Big E.
Hey, that's a risk. That's a big risk, but I like it. I mean, that would be one of the greatest returns ever if it happened. It would.
Final Four. I actually love, but this Final Four is the only thing in the Rumbles I'm confident in. My Final Four: Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Gunther, Jey Uso.
Jey Uso's a good one.
The fourth slot is tricky.
So I have Punk, Cody, Gunther written down.
Okay.
Who do I want as my fourth?
Because you had Brock, but Gunther's gonna eliminate Brock. Could he eliminate him in the Final Four? I don't know.
No, I don't think they'll do that. Omos, yep. People are talking Omos. People are talking. Fuck. I mean, Brock wouldn't be a bad one. I mean, that's a legit one. Jey Uso's a great pick. I would say maybe Solo, maybe if they want to give him a little bit. Sammy.
Yeah, Solo will be a good one too, because that would be Jimmy. Probably not Jimmy.
I'm gonna fuck. I can't do this because this. All right, so women's, I have Bianca eliminates Jade. Jade's a surprise. Jade's in the Final Four. Here I have Brock gets eliminated. Brock is a surprise. Brock's in the Final Four.
But if one of those happens,
I'm gonna go Brock
out
in the Final Four.
That's
I
fair.
think he's coming out late, so that's another. I think he'll literally be 29 or 30.
Yeah.
So
I would. Yeah.
Fuck.
Winner. This one I'm still not I still don't know.
I'm more torn between Punk and Rhodes, but I do think Gunther has a solid 15% chance.
Who wants to go? Who wants to go first?
I will.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I hate it because I feel like this is what people are expecting to happen, and I want to pick something else, but I just think it's gonna be CM Punk. I don't think. We talked about this. It's crazy to think that this guy is gonna come back in after 10 years.
Wow.
And immediately get the Rumble win in the main event. That's crazy. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I'm actually shocked.
Hard times for Cody. He's got to work for it, man. I don't think he's going to get the Rumble win. I think he's going to go to the Chamber. That's how he's going to get his match. I think it's Punk.
I think Cody's worked hard enough.
You think Cody's going to get it?
I have Cody. I have Cody winning it.
Oh,
and I'll tell you right now, for a bonus point, what number I have him entering. Cody's going number 1.
I have CM Punk number 2. I have Punk number 2 then. I have Punk number 2. Fuck, dude.
Oh,
that's what it's going to come down to. They're going to start 1 and 2. Or
I don't think they're going to. Maybe. I would love it, but
let me change my pick really quick for the number.
I think I'm more locked in. on
Gunther going in at number 2 maybe.
Sure that. I'm just more locked in Cody and Punk don't really see each other for a lot of it, and then all of a sudden have that moment.
Okay,
also, I would fucking love if they started it out.
I'm gonna change my number. I got a little too excited.
Do a little Punk British Bulldog, Shawn Michaels British Bulldog.
They could. They could do the co-champs.
They could do the what?
The co-champs. They both win it.
Co-champs?
Co-champs.
Oh, co-champs.
Yeah, no, co-champs.
I was like, what's a co-champ?
All right. I'm going to pick 17 for CM Punk. Comes in at number 17.
Don't let me sway you.
No. You make a good point.
I just think he's an old man.
No, you make a good point.
You know what I mean?
You make a good point. I mean, he's only had He hasn't even had a televised match yet since being back. He's had a few on like the house
that is
shows and
insane.
stuff,
Actually,
but he hasn't
why
had
wouldn't
them.
they? I don't know. I guess I don't fucking know.
All right, time.
Who will last the longest?
Who will last the long? Oh, I mean,
I'm
It's gonna be Cody. It's gonna. Even though I'm not picking him, it's gonna be Cody.
That's the thing. I can't not pick Cody if that's what I structured my winner as. So I'm going Cody, and my time frame is 62 to 67 minutes.
Oh no way! I typed in 63 to 68.
Oh really?
Minutes. Yeah, yeah. It's just like, how long do you think the Rumble's gonna be? Basically?
That's the whole, yeah, basically.
Okay.
Because if Cody gets eliminated, he's gonna be the last one eliminated.
I
so
agree.
it's like,
yeah, exactly. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Right. Wow, I'm looking at my predictions and I hate them. I see so much Jade, so much Brock.
If Brock and Jade don't make appearances,
could you imagine Jade doesn't even debut? Brock's not around for the Rumble.
I'll
just hand you that.
I low key wouldn't be surprised if Jade doesn't make a debut.
I'd be more surprised if
Brock did.
I'd be more surprised if Brock showed up than Jade.
No, really?
No.
Other way around.
Other way around.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow. So good. We obviously like the matches are the matches, like the US title, the WWE Championship. But so it looks like I'm gonna have to organize. Mine's a little all over the place, but for the stream, we'll have to organize my stuff. Try to keep track of everything and keep track of points. But okay.
All right.
Again, shout out the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, hit join. You can connect your YouTube account and your Discord. So shout out the Discord for this, and specifically Savannah. I think she made like a Google Forms. People have been like filling it out and stuff like that. I did leave off a couple just I felt like it was too yes or no. And I don't love, which I get, like any singles match is like a this person or this person. But for instance, like a bonus point was, will The Rock make an appearance? And like we've like tried that before, and we could just say like, I would just say, if you say yes, then I would just go, okay, I'll also say yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then will Damian cash in? Interesting talking point. Again, I don't think super easy to have a point, which I'll tell you now, no. I don't think, especially because I think
because Seth's gonna be out.
I don't think Damian is sniffing the Universal Championship. Like there's just
there's no involvement whatsoever.
It doesn't make any sense. No. I think he's gonna be a World Heavyweight Championship or even IC title cash in. Those aren't super, unless he cashes it in the middle of the Rumble somehow.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
You know, a lot of people are saying too, with the whole Seth injury, people are like kayfabe, like that's the perfect time for Damian to cash in his briefcase. Like, wouldn't that make the most logical sense for him to come in?
And
people Gunther was there and stuff, but it's like, but
it would have.
It's kind of the whole purpose is you use it when the guy's down. So
yeah, I was actually, people were saying it before that Raw. They're like, this is the night.
Yeah.
Which now, like every single Raw that happens, it's always like, this is the night.
This is the 2 extra sets of pyro this week. I think that means we're getting a cash in.
So those are Rumble predictions.
Yep.
Are you confirming Saturday?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
Saturday.
Okay. I probably should have mentioned that at the top then. But cool. So we will be on stream Saturday night right here on the Stache Club Wrestling YouTube channel. Live stream.
Yes,
Throwing
sir.
it back to last year, the annual Rumble stream. That'll be fun. Looking forward to that.
It'll be a good time.
So we'll be able to live kind of keep track of our points, but let us know in the comments, do your predictions, let us know, blah blah. However, show's not over. We have a couple more things to go over. WWE Raw will be moving to Netflix in 2025. They signed a 10-year deal for $5 billion.
The one streaming service I don't have.
I don't have Netflix either.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't have Netflix either.
Thank God Taylor has it. Apparently, I saw a report today that they're moving everything to Netflix. So everything that's on Peacock is getting moved. Over to Netflix,
yeah. I would hope
would make. I would rather everything be together.
Because
I was saying, why wouldn't it just go to Peacock? They already have the fucking deal with them, you know?
Right. I wouldn't imagine they would do like a NBC deal or a Peacock deal and a whatever. But I guess I think NXT I saw is moving to CW, and then SmackDown is moving to USA.
Oh, okay. Maybe that whole report that I was saying. Oh, okay. So it says WWE Network will be closed at the end of 2024 and classic content will be moved over to Netflix outside of the U.S. Because I think outside of the U.S., the WWE Network is still a thing.
Right.
So I think that's for people outside the U.S., but Peacock will still have the deal.
That's
because that deal still runs for a few more years. So I'm seeing that. So their deal with USA Network is up after September. So there's a 3-month period of them not having a show to be on. So apparently WWE is making an announcement soon about where Raw will be airing before Netflix picks it up. I wonder. Maybe Peacock will, or maybe Amazon might.
Maybe they just run it on YouTube or something.
I don't know how they'll do that. But
wow, that's interesting.
I didn't know that they had that much.
3 months.
Break.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of time.
But yeah, I mean, this is
money talks.
It's insane. It's insane that it's insane to think that Monday Night Raw isn't going to be just on like cable TV. I know. I guess I'm seeing reports of I
think so many places, so many sports and so many shows are going to start doing this.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is I'm seeing a bunch of reports of this is NBA, NFL, all the organizations are going to be looking at this.
NFL already does this with Thursday Night Football on Amazon and stuff like that. And they did it with the playoff games with Peacock and shit. It's all about money. And that's all it comes down to. I hate Netflix. I think Netflix sucks. That's why I don't have it.
But
I'm going to have to.
I'll have it in 2025.
Yeah. And also they're upping the prices too.
I know.
Coincidentally raised the prices.
But insane move. $5 billion is nuts.
Money talks.
Crazy times.
Yep.
Speaking of this sort of stuff, I want to jump to The Rock.
Yes.
Was named as a TKO board of director. Mm-hmm. In doing so, he also gains ownership of the trademark name The Rock.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I imagine it was part of because TKO obviously owns WWE, thus owning all the trademarks, or Endeavor. Wait a minute.
Endeavor. I think Endeavor's the parent company, but
Endeavor owns TKO,
though. TKO is like WWE and UFC, that business. But it's the name of it.
Oh, right.
But it's not
but it's under Endeavor.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
Either way,
yeah.
I'd imagine the deal was The Rock goes on within this TKO thing, but he's one stipulation. I want to TKO, Endeavor, whatever.
Yep.
Give me my name back.
Yeah, I mean he has his own
insane move,
gym merch and stuff. You can start putting The Rock.
He's gonna make so much money.
Yeah, I honestly
I'm surprised they gave it up.
I am surprised they gave it up, but for some reason, I just never thought. I just kind of thought that he had it for whatever reason.
You never know, right?
Yeah. Because I know John Cena. He said in the past, WWE still gets a cut of everything he does because of his name and stuff.
Right.
But he's I'm fine with it because I'm here because of them and shit like that.
Right.
Makes you think a lot of these people, how much money they actually make off of their names.
Oh my God. Yeah.
The cuts that what the percentages are and shit. He's close. He's not a billionaire yet, but The Rock will become a billionaire very soon after
close.
This. Yeah.
So this is cool. I mean, there's a picture of him and Triple H. I imagine. I mean, I don't know. It just fuels more fire to the Roman and Rock stuff because now he's in the company, So it's I don't know.
It's again, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. William Regal returns to NXT, and in doing so, also announces 22-year-old Ava,
I think Ava, yeah,
as the new GM.
Yeah. Do you know who she is?
Yeah, she's The Rock's
the Rock's
daughter.
Yeah. Nice surprise seeing William Regal back on TV. Obviously, that the clause, whatever it was, is over now. So
I mean, he is just just getting him to announce
his aura,
announcing big matches. His aura. He adds legitimacy, kayfabe legitimacy. He adds.
He's awesome.
Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I didn't really see the segment, admittedly, so I don't know the Ava stuff.
Yeah, she's been doing some GM stuff the last few weeks or whatever, trying to do some managerial shit.
Is she hurt or something? Or?
I don't know. No, she was in a group
just her role?
with his name was
I know
Joe Gacy, I think is his name is. He was the guy that people would compare to Bray Wyatt and shit like that.
Yeah.
She was a part of that group, and I think it disbanded, and then now she's doing this stuff. And I think Regal is just kind of being a a mentor type of thing, I'd imagine.
But that's
nice to see
cool.
him back.
Okada leaves New Japan Pro Wrestling.
This is crazy.
Heavy rumors of WWE bound, and more so, which there's no shot. I don't know why anyone's even giving this the time of day. NXT bound. If he debuts in NXT, I'll cut my arm off.
That would be...
There's no shot. You think so? There's no way.
I definitely think it's much bigger of a possibility of him showing up on the main roster than NXT.
Yeah.
But I could see them trying to start him in NXT to have him, like, that audience kind of get used to him, be familiar with him.
Well, I mean, the NXT audience is probably more familiar with him than
that's why I think me saying that's like, well, maybe throwing him on the main roster might be the best way of doing that. I don't know he's fought in AEW. He's best friends with a lot of the VPs and stuff over there. So there's a big, there's just as big of a chance of that happening. But WWE getting him would be...
I mean, come on.
People are comparing... Obviously, we're not huge New Japan guys and stuff like that. Like, we know who Okada is, but we're not, like, too familiar with all the matches, blah, blah, blah. People are telling me that this is like John Cena leaving WWE, Okada leaving New Japan. Like, he is New Japan. Like, that is his territory. And, the rumor, too, is that he's always wanted to main event WrestleMania. And you can't do that in AEW.
I mean, the guy is a star.
How old is Okada? I think he's late 30s. I want to say 37?
I'm going to say 39.
Okay.
36. Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah, so, I mean, he's still young. He's still young. Yeah. He did everything he could in New Japan. I think now it's just a matter of doing different things. And, where he decides to go, it'll be very interesting to follow along with. Because AEW would be great, but
I'm hoping, I think, because we always see, like, the AEW signings, like, with these, like, big guys. I just think it would be fun. It would be a crazy shakeup. It would be just nuts to see Okada in WWE.
Yeah, it's because I worry too if he goes to AEW, like, he's gonna get lost in the shuffle there. And the same thing could happen.
I was just saying, because there's a risk that WWE
very much so.
Yeah,
but I think because of how different this signing would be, I think this would be like AJ Styles too.
Yeah, I think
that's what I would think it would be like. But yeah, so we have to keep our eye on that for sure.
And lastly, kind of old news, but I don't know if we touched upon it. Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, is a part of TNA, which I was confused because he did his whole like New Japan thing at Wrestle Kingdom, but I guess he's like signed with TNA, but like similar to AEW guys, I guess they can do other stuff.
Both, yeah,
I guess. But yeah, he's a part of TNA. Huge.
The more Dolph, the better.
Yeah, so. Honestly. I was seeing clips of like his TNA segment. He feels like a star. It's nice to see him being promoted as like the guy and the top star. And you know what I mean?
He was doing a promo battle with one of the guys in TNA's first night, and it was like people aren't gonna think like he was like, people aren't going to care about what you're doing now. People are just going to be wondering like what happened.
Yeah.
Something like that. I was like, that's fire. He's going to have a really good run on the indies and TNA and stuff. I think it's about time that he got the chain cut loose and stuff, and he's able to do his thing now.
I would be curious if he pulls a Cody Drew McIntyre sort of thing where he is a little older. But goes and becomes a huge star. Give it 2 years.
Why not?
Comes back. I am more in the camp of like this maybe is his run. Then maybe he's done. I don't know. I don't know how old's Dolph.
I want to say 42.
I was gonna say he's definitely 43.
43. So you never know. I mean, looks fucking great for 43. So
yeah, I mean, Adam Copeland has had a banger with Suzuki last night.
He did. I did watch that.
And he's 50. Yeah, so
fire.
But yeah, that is just about the show. Those are our predictions. Let us know. Let us know what your predictions are. Let us know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Join the Discord. Hit join. Everyone's always going crazy in there. Always new ideas. And like I said, these little exclusive sort of like the little prediction stuff. We'll probably drop some merch concepts in there to get people's 2 cents. We're kind of cooking some stuff up. Hopefully more on that soon. What else? Was there anything else we needed to... the Wrestling School video, hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
We will be, again, Saturday night for the Rumble. Dash and I will be here on the YouTube channel, on stream. So keep your eyes open for that. I'll make a graphic and schedule it so you guys will be able to see it and blah, blah, blah. With that said, that's a show. We'll see you. We'll see you on Saturday.
Yes, you will.
See you on Saturday for the Rumble, huh? And that's it.
Then, peace out.